I understand how difficult it is to try and build a career in media production. I remember being in my tiny ass one-bedroom apartments in Yaba, just starting out life and knowing very well that I wanted to make movies. Nigeria as a whole is very anti-cameras. I'm not being specific to Lagos because I've shot in at least 12 different states in Nigeria, and it's the same thing. That was the most important thing for me for like the first 2-3 years. Constantly finding work, whether it's paid, whether it's obviously you're looking for paid work, but
who doesn't want money?
Who doesn't want money? But I feel like this generation of creatives are more open than the last batch and are very like willing to just teach or just like open up their spaces and let people come in and learn. And that was something like I was missing when I first started. So that's pretty much why I set up GREYWOULFE Studios, so that creatives who wanted to learn and wanted to build could join, and it's easier for you if there's a path. I had checked out film school, and I think the cost of Full Sail, which
was like $90,000. I did too.
I don't know anybody who's building in isolation.
You shall be frustrated.
yeah.
And you'll be hungry too.
You get a permit to shoot outdoors at a certain area, and then you get there, and then
our wonderful brothers,
our landlords,
our wonderful brothers.
I started BRODAMAN Asylum because I grew up without a father. At 12 years old, I lost my dad, and I had to navigate learning masculinity all by myself. And that journey was easy because I had mentors. I had older men who guided, mentored, taught, and modeled what real masculinity looks like. And that is the crux of what we do here at BRODAMAN Asylum. And with all the madness going on in the world, we want this message and this movement to reach many more men. And you can help to do that by just liking, subscribing, and sharing it. So hit that like button and the subscribe button and help spread this message.
Welcome to another episode of the BRODAMAN Asylum podcast. I'm here with Victor. So here's the thing about men. We don't usually know each other's last names. It's only I think we're even lucky enough to know our first names. But I don't know your last name.
As opposed to Guy.
Yeah, like boss, chairman.
Yeah.
What's your last name?
My last name is Victor Kalu.
Akomolafe Kalu.
Yes.
So your dad and mom, Yoruba and Igbo?
No. So when my wife and I got married, we decided to hyphenate our names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We basically created a new surname based on our own.
Both of you.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
I was Kalu. She was Akomolafe. Now we are Akomolafe Kalu.
That's cool. How long have you been married?
Been married for 8 years now. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Me 4, I think. I think in this studio, I think you're probably the only other married person aside from myself.
Wow. Yeah.
I think so.
Creatives don't like marriage.
That's crazy. Just briefly, how did you even meet your wife? Like, how did that go down? School or work?
Yes. So we knew each other from when we were kids. I met her about when I was like 10, 11 years old.
For you?
We were both in the same school. But we weren't really friends till let's say I was in uni. And we like just reacquainted ourselves online. Like we used to follow each other on like Facebook and stuff.
Yeah.
And then whenever we were both in Lagos, we would see each other from time to time. Fortunately for me, when she was done with uni, I just so happened to be single at the time.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting. You know, when you've known someone for such a long time and then you start to see them in a new light. Like I always thought she was gorgeous, but like it just, something clicked.
I feel you.
And it was the right time, I think, for both of us. And we started dating, and it just worked.
Amazing. Kind of like similar to the story of how my wife and I met. We were friends too for like 7 years before we finally got married. Victor here is the proud founder of GREYWOULFE Studios, and I'll allow him talk about what GREYWOULFE Studios do. Yeah, but basically it's media production and all of that. But in this our field, I don't know, especially the production side of things.
Yeah.
I don't know that we see too many married people. Has that been your reality?
I'm thinking more about it now, and yeah, that seems to be more like it. I mean, especially when you're, on the come up. I understand how difficult it is to try and build a career in media production. You have long days, long nights. When you're first starting out, you're traveling a lot. Like you're basically going to take any opportunity that's available to you. Because you're trying to, build up your portfolio. You're doing a lot of, random jobs, sometimes even for free. So it's a very hard, career to get off, to get. And balancing that with a relationship can be tricky. So I get it. I understand it. But yeah, I've noticed a lot of, people who I started off with. I think they're more of them are getting married now. Yeah. So the further up you get into your career, you have more time for yourself, or at least you have more control of your time. So you can do other things. You can invest in your relationship, because relationships take time. You have to be able to give that person time to to figure
build a
them
family
out.
So
even for me, like after I got married, I realized that we had a conversation, like my wife and I had a conversation, and we both had a lot of things that we wanted to do with our careers, and we just didn't think like having kids was the right thing for us to do
at the time.
And till now it's been like 8 years.
For real? No kids?
We initially said 5 years, I think. And after 5 years, we checked in with each other, and we're like,
still not
let's just wait a little bit. But so I completely get it. Like I can't be. There are certain opportunities I wouldn't take right now if I was a dad. But yeah, at some point.
Building up to it.
Yeah, building up.
And maybe when you are ready, my God that I serve will give you like triplets once.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Maybe not triplets. We'll take twins.
Cool.
Twins is all right.
Tell us what Grey Wolf is about and how you came about starting this thing. Because I see online that you guys have been doing work since 2015. This is your 11th year.
Officially, since about 2015. I started Grey Wolf because I was a freelancer, and I wanted to do my own things. And it was basically a vehicle for me to, express myself creatively. So I was doing a lot of, I was doing videography, I was doing photography at the time. So Grey Wolf for me was just it wasn't a studio. It literally was just a name under which I did all my creative expressions. But at some point, 5 years ago, we decided to, take it more seriously. So invest more in the work, set up a studio that was not just going to be a means of expression for me, but a vehicle for every creative, underneath the Grey Wolf umbrella. So we have an audio studio where
we're in now.
Where they make music. We make podcasts, and still have space to shoot content for brands, video content for brands. First of all, we do pretty much everything media production related. So video production, audio production, photography, events, live events, pretty much anything that's audiovisual related. And so when we set up the studio, we got more people involved, hired a crew, trained a crew, it's like a constant process, you
Yeah.
know.
Rinse
Every
and
time,
repeat.
yeah,
Yeah.
people come in, you know, they go through training. It's very hands-on, because that's how I learned.
Yeah.
You get, and that's how, like, I think 90% of people in our industry learns.
Pretty much.
Just from doing it, from watching other people doing it, from, you know, doing research on YouTube. I mean, now the kids are all over TikTok and Instagram, and there's like more places to learn. But like, you know, back then it used to be literally just a bunch of dudes on YouTube.
Yeah. A handful.
Yeah.
A very handful.
Like, you'd have to do research to find like specific things.
Yeah.
But right now, like the internet is just flooded with all the information that I think you need. So I think it's a great time for, you know, anybody who's trying to learn. And there's like more stuff, like more people who are experienced are like doing master classes, are like opening up their spaces to teach people. I'm like extremely proud. Like this, I feel like this generation of creatives are more open than the last batch, and are very like willing to just teach, or just like open up their spaces and let people come in and learn. And that was something like I was missing when I first started. So that's pretty much why I set up GREYWOULFE Studios, so that creatives who wanted to learn and wanted to build could join and, you know, just have a great time. Like it's easier for you if there's like a path. You know, people have come in, started off as production assistants, and then after like, you know, 6 months, they're like, okay, I want to focus on this.
Directing.
I want to be an editor. I want to be a colorist. I want to be a director. I want to be a photographer. And there is like not just space for you to practice here, but also you will get opportunities. Like, because we do a lot of client work, like you will get opportunities. So you will, you know, probably start you off on things that your skill level can manage. And as we're, you know, as you're growing, we're giving you more opportunities for you to, you know, excel. And to be honest, like there's only so much we can give you. I always tell my guys that at the end of the day, you still have to chart your own path. So obviously, I'm always encouraging them to do other stuff outside of GREYWOULFE, because for me, that's how you become like a rounded, you know, creative, just by practicing and, you know, just trying out stuff, collaborating with other creatives. And
I think what you just talked about now is so important, because, you know, when I was getting started as well, we learned by doing. You know, at the time, like you said, there weren't a lot of people opening up their doors to say, hey, come and see how we're doing things on the back end. So, in fact, for me, it was trial and error. You know, let's figure it out.
You know, or someone will call you as an assistant on a shoot or on a set, and you know, you're pretty much doing work for free. I remember like the first year I said, you know, I'm this is what I want to do. For I don't think I didn't get paid a single penny. The first year. So it was very intentional. I was like taking gigs that I knew I could learn from. I was very fortunate. I had an older friend who was more experienced and had been doing video production for a while. Eniola, he was like a great resource for me. Anytime I didn't get something or I didn't understand, he would take out time. Like I'd go to his studio and he would break it down for me. And even more importantly, he would like let me shadow him on his own projects.
Too valuable, man.
You know, so, and
too valuable.
I was very grateful. Like, I don't think I cared how much he paid me at the time. He was always looking out for me. So obviously, like he would give me money, just to make sure like I was covered with like my transportation and stuff. But yeah, that was the first time I had like someone to learn from. But you know, after a while, because, you know, he had like stuff that he was doing, and obviously he's learned a lot, you know, so he's you know, facing his very specific set of clients. And I had so much more to learn. So like, I had to enter streets. Do you understand? So that was the year I was like, okay, look, I'm going to take on as many projects as I can to understand where I am, and also like build skill, keep getting better. I was very grateful. I had people who offered me work, like free work, but it was still work. Do you understand? Like people trusting you, people don't get it, but like just people trusting you to do work for them is a blessing. Do you get because they're trusting you and you probably don't know as much. Do you get you're learning on the job and they're allowing you use their events, their birthdays, their life to learn. I had a friend of mine, Ayo and Kariba. They gave me my first wedding, and they like paid for my flight to go to Bielsa. And that for me, that was like my first paycheck.
Major highlight.
It was like someone's paying me to come shoot their wedding, and I was like, I'll take it. I was
done.
I was so grateful.
We die here.
And I was like, when I eventually do all of the things that I want to do, and I've made my movies, and I'm getting awards, I will put your name there.
I feel you.
That was for me like validation. Someone saying, okay, you're good enough to do the work. Do you get? And sometimes that's all you need. Do you get? Like you've been doing the work for a while. You've been practicing. Just having someone say, okay, do this professionally. Do this for me. Do this for my wedding. Do this for my event. Shoot my TV show. All of these. Like every time someone had faith enough in me to offer me something, it's further validated, how I felt about my career and how far I'd come.
And the path you chose to take.
And the path I chose to take.
Amazing. I want to zero in here because I say it all the time on the podcast that this is what I like about conversations like this. The guest says something that then just leads us off on another tangent.
A different tangent,
I keep hearing, hey, this person put me on. This person gave me a call. There are two things I want to bring from what you've just said. First is the importance of just getting work, putting yourself in a situation where you're busy. You're getting to the business and you're learning. You're learning lighting, coloring. I mean, in this regard, in the media production space, there's that. And then there's the thing of people actually putting you on. So to the average guy out there who wants to get into the media production field, but he doesn't even know where to start.
I mean, you just have to find your community or build your community.
How would you advise they go about doing that?
I think it's very important that you find a community. You have to be plugged in. And it's different for people. For some people, they just they're blessed. They just start creating for themselves. Like it's such a different time now than from when I started, because literally back then I think even just like the process of creating was not as simplified. You get, like right now there's so much you can do with an iPhone and an iPhone gimbal. But like back then, like even the cameras were like proper film cameras. You get much more complicated. So you would have to figure it out. Like you'd have to learn so much more. What's it called? Adobe After Effects was mad complicated. I've been through my Adobe era to my Final Cut era, back to my Adobe era, and now in my DaVinci era. Like
amazing. Shout out DaVinci gang.
You literally have to just find a community or build a community. Like when I first started, I had other young creatives that I had seen do the work. My friend Annie Roberts was like, he hadn't even been doing it for that long, but he had already been like creating a name for himself as a portrait photographer. I had Obi Somto was doing stuff. There was like a bunch of young creatives that were making like amazing stuff in photography and videography. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to learn. I remember going on photo walks with Annie Roberts. Not because I was very clear that I wanted to do video production, but I also understood that I wanted to improve my composition. And I was like, oh, there's no better way to do that than, you know, taking some time off to improve my still photography, because like you literally it's basically just composition, like figuring out what shots you want to take and then clicking. So building that relationship with Annie, building that relationship with like creatives that were just coming up like me, meant that we could always collaborate. So like I have an opportunity and I need someone who has a certain skill. I'd be like, oh, okay, I have this client. They're not paying us a lot, but this is how much they're going to pay, and this is the work that we have to do. And we were just very keen. Do you get? I'd put them on, they'd put me on, and that's literally how we kept building. And sometimes the projects would be great. Sometimes collaborations would be shit. But the important thing was that I could just do work. Like that was the most important thing for me for like the first 2-3 years. Just constantly finding work, whether it's paid, whether it's obviously you're looking for paid work, but
who doesn't want money?
Who doesn't want money? But it was also just as important for me to grow. Because like no matter how many YouTube videos you watch, no matter how many times you see other people do it, you have to do it yourself for it to stick, for you to get better at it. So
you know how in other industries, right, you can almost predict your trajectory to growth. There's like structure built into them. If you're in finance, you know, if you work for one of those big banks and you even start at maybe like a normal standard level, in another 10 years, you'll have a pension, you'll have this, they'll get you a car, you'll have, you know, health insurance. You know, what did that look like for you in those times of uncertainty, going on photo walks, like you said, just looking for free work, you know, and all of that? How did you envisage that you could build a career out of this? What was your North Star? That thing that kept you going, like, I know I'll make it here. I know I can build a family from this. Or were you just crazy?
I think I was just crazy. I think even till now, like I sometimes I think about it and I'm like, if I was motivated by making money alone, I probably wouldn't be here. Like I wouldn't be in this career. I'll tell you, look, if you're trying to make money alone, I mean, there's so many other easier ways than to build a career in media production. However, it is something that I always wanted to do. Like I remember being in my apartments, my tiny ass 1-bedroom apartments in Yaba, just starting out life and knowing very well that I wanted to make movies. And it's very interesting because it's taken me over 10 years to get to a point where I can finally, like, it's last year that I started doing pre-production for the feature films that I want to do, the short films that I want to do, and started writing them. Because it was such a long road. Like, I think I was like 22, maybe 23. And I was like, I want to make movies. I have no idea how, like I have no skill. I had checked out film school, and I think the cost of Full Sail, which
I was like $90,000. I did too.
Full Sail, I think, was doing like 40,000 a semester or something like that.
It was crazy. And
I'm like, nobody's going to give me $40,000. Like my parents have tried enough that they've sent me to school and they expect me to start taking care of myself. So I was like, okay, so what path do I have to take to get here and also still support myself? And I was like, okay, you know what? I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to figure it out. Like, I just need to keep walking in one particular direction. So basically the North Star was making movies, like making movies that I'd be proud of. I wasn't trying to just make a movie. Like I wanted to get to a point where I'm making a movie that is watchable anywhere, like in any room, any cinema, like world class. Because like the Nollywood has come like a really long way. So like, do you understand? Like back then, like there was a huge disparity even in like the quality of production. I'm not even talking about like writing or directing or any of that, but just there was a huge gap in the quality of production that I think has even closed.
Bridged.
You know, like we're not there yet, but like it's very close. And I was like, if I just start learning the skills that I need to get there, I'll get there at some point.
I feel you. Straightforward enough.
And it's been like such a long road to get here. Like I've pretty much had every single, okay, not every job, but like almost every job on the on the production line. So I've been a production assistant. I've learned under a gaffer, and like I've been a gaffer's assistant. I've been a grip's assistant. I've obviously because I've a video videographer, like cameraman, DOP, you know, first AD. What literally haven't I done? Like DIT, whatever you need me to do on set, I can probably do it because in the first like 2-3 years of me starting out, I literally, like I said, I would take any opportunity to just be on set where they are doing good work. Do you get? So if I know someone's doing good work, I want to learn. Like I hear someone's the best at audio recording and I want to be around them. I want to see why they're the best. Is it just because they're using the best equipment or do you get? And
special skills.
It's just small things that, you know, like I'd pick up and it made me a better videographer because I take all that in and I put it into my work. And it also helped me when I set this up because I could now like offer like all of that experience. Like I'm having conversations with my gaffer and I'm telling him, oh, this is what I want. And because I have that experience, I can talk to him in language that he understands.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing because I run through a lot of the roles in production and even in post-production. Like right now, obviously, I'm not the best editor on my team, but like when I first started, like that's pretty much what I was.
Editing as well.
And I needed to make sure that all of the guys who were with me could level up. So I would level up and make sure that I sort of kept, you know, that standard high. Right now, like I'm very blessed to have a team that is like extremely talented. So all of my guys that put in the work, they're like at the top of their game. And that now pushes me to stay on top of my game.
I feel you.
You know, so it's how they say it in the Bible, iron
sharpeneth iron.
Exactly. So so you have to be that person. You have to set that standard, and then, you know.
I remember one of the first times I went on a video set, you know, maybe in my teens or something, and I just looked at everybody doing different. Like there was one guy just hanging onto the lights. There's another guy with the mic, with the boom mic. I'm like, all of you to do just, you know, a 5-minute clip. And everybody is supposed to be really good
at what they do.
Designation.
At what they do.
So much so that that's just the only thing they're doing. And you can actually build a career from it. You know, one of the talents you have in-house, Shogo. I was talking to him a couple of weeks ago and I'm like, what do you do? He said he's a gaffer. And I'm like, that's it?
That's it.
He's like,
that's it.
And you actually get paid to do this stuff.
Shogo is like one of the best. I'm very biased towards Shogo. Because I think I started working with Shogo when he was like 17, 18. And he's just been on a trajectory. He's like one of the best gaffers I know. And Shogo has a very innate knowledge of lighting. It's not book book taught, Shogo has learned completely on sets. Like,
Amazing.
obviously he does his research on YouTube and cool, but like he started off working in like the rental industry in Surulere.
Yeah.
So like I used to rent from some guys in Surulere, and he would bring the lights to me. So like that was how he learned, like from working with other gaffers, from renting, like he'd take out the equipment from his production company and bring it on set and work with the gaffer on set. So like every time he's renting, or like they're renting lights to a new gaffer, he's there with the new gaffer.
So he was taking all of that
exactly. So
practically,
after a few years, he wanted to go off on his own, and it just so happened that was about the same time that I was setting off GREYWOULFE Studios. So he was literally like my first hire.
That's crazy.
And yeah, that's pretty much the same with most of the guys here. Like they've learned, like obviously prior to GREYWOULFE, they've had some experience, they've had some knowledge, and then they've brought that in and, grown from here.
Amazing stuff. I like how you talk about how you've brought people together and then grown with them. I think it's a missing gap in Nigeria across all sectors. We don't really have people who have climbed the ladder, just throwing down a rope to say, hey, come up, come and see.
I mean, I think it also is like,
come and see what is going on here. You can level up too. You can be better.
I think it's because of like the opportunities that I have had to level up, Jigas, because if I was strictly doing freelance work, then there's very little space for me to do that. So I think it was also very important for me. Like when I was setting up the studio, that was one of the things for me that if I wanted to scale to the point where I was making movies, I needed to have a full crew. Because
very good at what they do. At different designations.
Exactly. So
I feel you.
For me, it was like, okay, I can get away with being a director, writer, editor that, shoots commercials and does documentaries and probably make more money that way. But again, my North Star has always been making movies. So I'm like, it's so expensive to make a movie, like even till now.
Too much.
But if I have a crew that, we've all come up together, we've all built these skills, like right now where we are, bro, like we are on if we get the shoestring budgets that we are looking for, we will, execute on that level, because we have been executing for other people. Do you understand? Like we're executing for high-end clients on a regular basis. And so why can't we execute for ourselves? Like that's where we've gotten to, but it hasn't been easy. Like as a freelancer, I could wake up in the morning and look at my bank account and there's like 100K there. It's almost the end of the month. And I'm like, work will come. But as a business owner, creative entrepreneur,
salaries, keep the studio running,
bro, like just the cost of power
of operations
in a month is ridiculous. Jiggers, like the cost of rent, paying salaries. It's more intense, but like you said, like if you have your North Star, if you know what you're aiming for, then it puts things in perspective, like at the point where we are now, we are about to start like investing in a bunch of our own shows and content. Do you understand? And now is when we're reaping the fruits of that investment, of investing in people, because not all of the people that have come through GREYWOULFE are still here. But I'm very proud of the fact that if we wanted to do a full-scale production today, I probably would only need maybe like 5-6 crew members depending on, my guys' own availability, like the network that I've created of people who've either worked full-time at Grey Wolf or have helped out one way or the other. If we bring all of those together, it's so easy for us to get things done.
Human capital.
Yes.
Amazing.
I think that's probably my biggest assets right now in being able to say, okay, guys, so this is where we are, this is what we need, pull up, let's get it done. And they too, they can always call on me. Do you get, like, that's, as long as we left on a good note, like half of my guys, like, oh, they need this, oh, we need equipment, we need time, or, they're having issues on set and like, can you pull up? Do you get, like, it's important to have that, community. I will say it over and over again. Like, I don't know anybody who's building, in isolation. I'm sure there are people that are doing it, but it's just a lot easier.
You shall be frustrated.
Yeah.
You shall be frustrated. And you'll be hungry too.
Yeah. Because you need it. You need, there are times when I just need to rant to somebody who understands it.
I feel you. Big facts.
And, I can just, pick up the phone and be like, Annie, how far? Or, call Jerry Rotimi or call any of my other video guys. Like, just like, and they get it. They understand. They're like in similar situations that I'm in. They've seen the same things. So
something just hit me as you were talking. And I've been saying this to a lot of my media friends who have been in media production, media strategy, whatever, the digital industry. I think if we're going to change some of the things that ache us about our industry, the things that make us feel some type of way, we're not making good movies, our music videos don't look good, anything you complain about in this industry, I think it's a call for you to go up and do something about it.
Yeah.
And one good way that I see that you can really effect change is to build something like what you've built.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it will humble you, you know? Like, I remember being like in my early 20s and being like, Nollywood can do better, Nollywood this, Nollywood that.
Till you started doing it.
My bro, you will understand why. Do you understand? It's in the process of trying to learn and trying to be there, then you will understand why things are like that.
Exactly.
Like even just I think the biggest Nollywood movie, I don't think we've had a movie that's had a bigger production budget than like maybe $2 million or something.
Can you imagine?
And that is...
And $2 million.
That's less than the average indie movie budget in
it
the
wouldn't
US.
even cover sound department. It wouldn't even cover Foley.
Do you understand? Like,
and re-recording and...
Even in South Africa, like their industry is like way more advanced than us. Like post-production alone. Like...
Post-production is insane,
like,
man.
The things you
How
have
much you want to pay Anzima to score your movie?
So in the process of trying to do it, you will learn and you understand why it's that way. But again, between the time that I said, I want to make movies and where the Nigerian movie industry is now, like there's been so much, man. Like I'm so proud of not just of like the people I know personally that are making good movies. I'm just proud of the industry in general because like I see how rough it is to just get anything done.
I feel you.
Do you understand? Like you go out, you get a permit to shoot outdoors at a certain area, and then you get there, and then
our wonderful brothers,
our landlords,
our wonderful brothers,
are on the road, and they're telling you, you can't shoot unless you sort this guy and sort this guy and sort this guy, or someone's trying to damage your equipment because you're not paying attention to them, and you're just like, what the hell is going on?
Such a hostile.
I think that's probably one of the major things I would like for some government intervention in. Just, it's so, like, we're so unstructured. I mean, people will say, nobody should come and fight me about any guilds or association. I'm sorry. But we are quite unstructured and we need some help. No, I don't want too much government interference. Just
exactly
some help. I think Nigeria as a whole is very anti-cameras. And I say this, I'm not being specific to Lagos because I've shot in at least 12 different states in Nigeria, and it's the same thing. It's on varying levels, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's hard to just do like a random vox pop where you're trying to get like people's opinions, not even anything serious, not like some client work or anything, just like, oh, how do Nigerians feel about the sun today? Like, everyone's so on edge. I mean, people have their reasons. There was a period where content creators were just using random Nigerians for shits and giggles. There's stuff like that. But also, for the most part, I think, you have like government institutions worried about people trying to frame them a certain way. Like, we're just very anti-stories and anti-stories.
Very negative in the way we go about it.
We're always afraid that someone is trying to portray us a certain way. So people on the road are not very fond of people taking pictures of them. I mean, street photography is a thing elsewhere in the world.
People will even pose for you.
You
and give you
like,
a smile.
You can't say, for instance, like the last time I did a photo walk, I think it was like 7 years ago. Like,
can you imagine?
After I think I've had like 1 or 2 bad experiences, I was just like, I beg.
That's cute.
Like, you go out on the streets, you've maybe gotten a couple other photographers like you're walking on the road, next thing you know, somebody has slapped you or somebody's trying to snatch your camera. So there's crazy. Like just random things that I feel make the experience of being a creative, I mean, maybe not generally as a creative, but anybody that holds camera, whether you're a videographer, whether you're a photographer, just telling public stories in this part of the world is extremely difficult. And those are like the small things that I think we can change and like make it better, for ourselves, because nobody's telling Nigerian stories, because it's so difficult. Like, nobody's telling, when I say nobody's telling Nigerian stories, I'm not talking about stuff in the cinemas. I'm just saying like, just content about the everyday Nigerian experience.
This one that you just said, bro.
Yeah.
That's something I'm so big on. Yeah. I'm so big on it.
Because it's very difficult. I mean,
so
there's
big on it.
A few
so big on it.
Creators that are doing great work. There's this dude who I think he was the first person who posted like a viral video about Ojudeoba, and then everyone started doing it. Yes. I can't remember his last name, but he does amazing video content. He's a video director, but there will be so many more needs if it wasn't as crazy to do that kind of work. Like, I'm not sure what his crew is like when he has to travel or when he has to go places, but coming from someone who has to do it for like clients, like I literally just finished a project where I had to shoot in Lagos, Abuja, and Kano, and I can guarantee you, like, it was the same hassle. Like, we had our camera seized in Abuja. Someone pulled out the card, and it had nothing to do with the organization. We just shot it in front of like their building was behind it. And then someone walked out and.
Can you imagine?
Anyways, so like,
do you know who I am?
And like, you're trying to explain and trying to show them, okay, this is what it's about. Like, we're putting your space in good light. Do you understand? Like, we're talking about nobody wants to hear having it. They're like, nah, man, go and see this person, see that person, write this letter. And it's not even that they're trying to get you to do these things so that you can get permission. Like, we still wrote all the letters and sent all the emails, and till now they've not responded.
They're just making it difficult.
So they just don't want you to. Do you understand? Because they're so, I don't know, like they're
just strung up.
It's just, people are just angry.
Just projecting their Let's breeze through some of these designations in the video production industry.
Sure.
No pun intended, director. Who is a director, and what does a director do on set?
Director is the person with the vision.
Okay.
So a director usually has the story that they want to tell. They have an idea of what, how that story is told. They're kind of like they're the captain of the team, like the crew.
I feel you. Everything goes through them.
Yeah. So everything as it it relates to the shooting, the visuals, the acting, like everything that's basically around the storytelling, and how it's seen goes through the director.
Okay.
So the director relates with the DP, who's like the director of photography, relates with the gaffer, with literally everybody on set, like tells them what to do.
Yeah.
Do you get? They're not interacting with every single person on the crew, but like the people that are closest to them, probably like your first AD, your producer, your DOP, your first AC, all of them take instructions from your director.
And what kind of person would you say would make a good director?
Someone who's calm. Yeah.
As you said, I calm like this. So many things are just playing in my head.
Who's calm?
Things I've seen on set.
Because maybe
very valid, bro. Very, very valid.
I have seen
very valid.
some very angry directors, especially in Nigeria. But I'm just saying, like, I think it's something that is very important. I think for anybody who's worked on a set, the larger the set, the more chaotic it can get. And you need someone who can stay calm in the middle of that chaos. Make sure that the chaos does not lead everyone, but they are the ones that have to lead. Do you get? You're not reacting to the things you're not just reacting to the things that are happening on set because you have to react. You have to be able to pivot where you need to, adjust things where you need to. You can't just be very, rigid. But you also need to just be able to stay calm and lead. You need to be a leader to be a director. I'd say somebody who's like good with people, like has great people skills. Again, no shade to Nigerian directors. I've seen I think there's a thing about us.
Yeah. The atmosphere.
So
there's something
our relations with power and with authority. So it's just a general thing. It's not even industry specific.
I feel
we feel like leaders have to be shouting and be unaccessible. But the best directors that I've seen, Nigeria, anywhere else, they're not like that. They're very, very personable, very approachable. You have to be able to teach. You have to. I feel like the best directors, again, also have a clear understanding of what everyone's role is.
I feel you.
And even if they don't know how to do your job, they can tell you exactly what they
require
from you.
What
so
they need.
Just being able to communicate with everyone on the crew. So
I feel you. I feel colorist.
Yeah. So very, very underrated but extremely important role. A colorist's job is to take that flat footage and basically bring it to life. They basically color the movie, for lack of a better word. So usually we shoot in very flat color profiles.
Yeah.
This is just so that we have more control over what the final image looks like. Yeah. And over the years, coloring has gotten more detailed with how much control colorists actually have. There's colorists that are doing amazing things. You can the more advanced technology has become, the more control they have, for lack of a better word. They basically paint on film. They basically paint it. So it goes from a gray
before and after.
For a very flat picture to a detailed, rich, colorful final edit.
What about the producer?
Yeah, so
because most people get that wrong. Director, producer. What?
The roles are similar.
Interchangeable.
So I know a lot of directors that are producers and lots of producers that are directors, but it's not the same role. So your producer is still kind of like your class captain, but basically your producer puts everything together. So your producer hires the crew. Your producer sets up your schedule. Your producer organizes like your call sheets. They just get the work done. You get like from hiring to organizing to managing everyone on sets.
They keep
like
the
even
engine running.
So even managing the director, managing cast, managing crew, and in a corporate environment, also like managing clients. You get so say on like a TVC, for instance, your producer is the person who's drawn up your call sheet, has hired the crew from the director to your gaffer to every single person on set. They've run a schedule, they've run a budget for what every single thing is going to cost. They make sure everyone gets paid. They make sure everyone gets paid on time. They make sure the food gets there, craft services. They basically just keep everything running. It's like literally like the engine. And that now allows the director to do what they're supposed to do. Because if everything's fine, everyone's fine.
Now I can tell everybody what to do.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Gaffer, since you said gaffer.
The gaffer handles lighting. So handles...
exclusively.
Just handles lighting exclusively. Lighting and electricity.
Okay. So power.
Power and lighting.
Cinematographer. What's the difference between cinematographer and videographer?
I think the word cinematographer is kind of like interchangeable with like a director of photography. I might be wrong. I think it's just semantics. I remember first starting out and I was very cool with being called a videographer. And a videographer is literally like a one-man band. Do you get? Like you're someone who creates, produces videos. So like you're your own cameraman, you are your sound recordist, you're your gaffer. And that's pretty much the same thing as a cinematographer. I think it's just semantics for lack of a better word. But at some point, I know people tried to interchange it with like a DP, but those are two completely different roles. So a cinematographer basically is a videographer. You're a one-man band. You have your camera, you have your lighting. Sometimes, you have like additional crew, like support crew, but literally it's someone who shoots, edits, creates videos.
What are some of the most accessible platforms where young people can come learn how to be one of all these things that we've talked about, all of these designations we've talked about?
That's hard.
How would you even advise them to go about learning?
I feel like there's like a lot of resources online, but I'll always say like it's one thing to learn online, but you also need like a place to practice. So you have, if you check online, you probably find like Full-Time Filmmaker. There's like nofilmschool.com. There's like so many platforms where you can actually just go and learn. That's online. There's still stuff on YouTube, on Coursera. You get. You can follow your favorite creators on Instagram, on YouTube Shorts. And they're always putting like little nuggets. I've tried that before. I'm just also like very lazy. So I prefer to teach in person, which is why like on a regular basis, we always get people coming in who are like fresh or have like very little experience. And I'd prefer to just like, have you come shadow me.
I feel you.
And then if you're not asking questions, I will be asking you questions. Because it's important that I know that you are
learning something.
Just find resources online. If you go to ChatGPT right now, just search Google and be like, 10 free online video production courses, or 10 free photography courses, or 10 free lighting courses. You will find these things.
Resources in that regard.
Yeah. So once you find the resources, study them, and then find places to practice. And you don't necessarily even need to, I think in this age, you don't necessarily need to join like a production company, especially when you're just starting out. Like you can find a project for yourself. Say, okay, I'm going to create content on stuff that I already do, or stuff that I already like. Maybe you're the person that's cooking at home every day for your family. Do you understand? You're at home. You're waiting for uni or whatever. You're the one that's always at home. You're the one that's always cooking. Do content on what you're cooking at home. Do you understand? In just doing, in just repeating, in just practicing, you will learn.
I feel you.
So yeah, it's important to find resources, but it's also just as important to actually practice. So if you don't have like a studio you can go to shadow people, if you don't have friends who are more experienced, if you don't have access, create your own access. Don't wait for anybody. Just start doing some content. Enter gym. Put your phone. Do you understand? Learn with CapCut. Go to your friends' weddings. Create content. Hang out. Just live your life. Like I have a friend who makes amazing everyday content. Like she just talks about her life, like going home to see her parents, stuff she's going through, or a new project she just, and it's cinema. It's storytelling.
It
Get like sometimes she uses her phone, sometimes she uses like an Osmo, sometimes she uses a camera. But it's storytelling. And that's literally what it is. You can go from that to doing a documentary in no time because you understand the principles and you've been doing it consistently.
I feel you. With the advent of AI, right? There's a lot of talk about the media industry. Oh, AI is going to take your job. You can do this every 2 reels, every 2 YouTube shorts. Cloud this, cloud that, mano this, Eagles Field, whatever. It's crazy, right? Where do you see the future of media production? And is AI a threat to the people in this field? To the media industry?
I'm going to say something quite controversial. That might be controversial. AI is going to take your jobs. AI is coming for all your jobs. And I say that tongue in cheek. But it's true. Like it's a tool. Like that people are just creating like a bunch of tools. Like you can go on Suno right now and you can make music. All you have to do is pick what type of genre, change the beats per minute, change, tone. You can select the vocals. You can just type in the lyrics and voila, that's a song. Not one microphone used. No, you don't need Fruity Loops. Don't need Ableton, none of that shit. Do you understand? So that's, and if you're someone who's not good at your job, you'll get phased out. Triggers. Like if you're, I don't know how else to say it. Like if you're not good at your job, you'll get phased out. If you're a basic photographer, people can use their phones right now, and in good lighting, take a photo, upload it on some AI app and say, I want this to look like this, make a couple changes. And then they have like a headshot or a professional, what's it called, portrait that they're using for their LinkedIn. They would have paid you to do it. Do you understand? But people who are good at their jobs are always going to eat. Do you get? There's always going to be space for photographers. Do you understand? Like, there's always going to be space for good photographers. There's always going to be space for good sound engineers. There's always going to be space for, do you understand? You just have to be good at your job. If you're shit at your job, then be scared because AI will take your job.
So the key is to be really good at what you do, not just surface level.
You have to be better.
Beginner level.
You have to be better than what's out there, than what people can get for free. And so it's always just going to evolve. Like, I think there are people who are still using analog cameras. Yeah. From like back in the day, like with film and all of that. And they still have their market. Because like they're still extremely good at that. That's always what's going to happen. Like no matter how much technology goes far, there's still like a level of art to what you do. And the better you are at creating that art, you will find you will always have clientele. You will always find people that need your services. But if you are very content to be mediocre, AI will take your job.
Nice.
AI will take your job.
Of all of the designations within media production, video production, which do you think, just from where you're sitting, be a prophet for a second, which do you envisage will be the most sought after in the next decade or over the next decade? In all of the ones we've mentioned and even the ones we've not mentioned.
I think a creative director. I think that creative director role.
Please quickly explain what that is before we go. Who's a creative director?
That is so hard. I wish I wish I could. Let me find. I'm just gonna read what it is. I think creative directors are taste makers.
That's still a bit vague. Let's be honest.
Let me find that. Let me just basically
when
find
you say taste makers, that still makes a
that's more like so that's more like an adjective to describe. So a creative director is a senior visionary who defines and drives the creative strategy for brands, campaigns, and products. They lead multidisciplinary teams, including art directors, copywriters, designers, to translate complex marketing goals into compelling, cohesive visual and narrative experiences. So basically someone who can establish the overall brand identity, visual style, tone of voice across all channels. So again, a tastemaker, someone who understands all of the visual elements and has good taste to be able to interpret what the brand or the client works or what the individual wants, and then build an entire like visual aesthetic from it. And the reason why I say that the creative directors will probably be the most sought after or most relevant, especially in this AI era that we're moving into, is because the tools are now more accessible. So for instance, if I want to create a campaign for a beauty brand, back in the day, or like right now, like you need to get everyone involved. You have your creative director who will say, okay, this is the vision that I have for this brand. This is what I want them to look like. I want something that's very clean, very minimalist, very, very minimalist. These are the colors, the brand colors that I want to use. This is the emotions that I want to evoke. And they've laid all of that out. Right now, with AI tools, they can, let's say, create a mock-up on Canva.
I feel you. Mood board.
So like there's tools that usually normally you would say, okay, I want to create a mood board. I would like to talk to like my illustrator or my graphic designer to just put shit on. Now you can just do it on Canva or any other Illustrator, AI powered app.
Tech
like
stuff.
I could say, I want to create a radio jingle for this campaign. And I don't need to sit down with my producer and make a beat and then write lyrics to it. I can literally go on Suno and say, I have this. This is the song. This is the mood for the song I want. I want it to be acoustic. I want to use these instruments. And this is the lyrics. And I want you to create something. And then I can go to VO3 and say, okay, I've taken this snapshot of this product. Please make like a 3D stop motion video of the, you can have like, there's so many tools right now to create things, but you still need someone who can say, who can bring it all together, who can
bring the vision to life, who
and
can even visualize.
Yes, who can say this thing is good, and this
talking about the tastemaker.
Just that. So you have taste, you have an understanding of design principles, of color principles. Like you understand what makes things
when something
work.
is not good,
exactly,
when it's whack, even when everybody else says, "Yo, this is great," you're like, "There's something missing."
This isn't really.
I feel you. So amazing.
Taste is something that you can't train AI for.
Big facts.
So you still need humans. You need humans who understand art, who understand design, who have good taste, and can interpret whatever your ideas are or create ideas for your brand that work.
Are you currently taking young people who want to intern, who want to learn? Is GREYWOULFE currently hiring interns? Or, is there a time that they should look out for when GREYWOULFE will be hiring interns and stuff?
I think before the end of the year, we will put out. So every time that we want to take in interns, we always reach out, sadly, within our community.
I feel you.
Because there are always people who are on the lookout. You get like, we always have people who we've either worked with on one occasion or the other that are looking to find like a more permanent home, or are looking to join us and grow. And so usually that's always like our first point of call. We're like, oh, there's space now. You can, hop on. Except we're looking for like very specific roles. Usually we get like junior editors, and then, get them to scale up. That's something that we've done like almost every year since inception. But I'm trying to get us to a place where we can do like more structured short workshops. So basically like a 1 week documentary workshop, or a 1 week lighting workshop, stuff like that. But again, I have other things that we're trying to do.
I feel you.
So like we're really trying to make sure that we push off our own original content this year, the production of our own original content, from like podcast stuff to like brand related content, but still from our like still wholly owned and produced by GREYWOULFE. And we're also knee deep in pre-production for our first feature, our first short film. So there's like a lot going on. So it might be like maybe the end of the year, maybe early next year. But we'll definitely put it up on our Instagram.
Amazing.
And then we'll get people in on a more structured basis. I don't want to do just randomly taking interns in. I'm trying to make sure that
looking for a specific crop of people.
And I'm also just trying to make sure that something that is sustainable.
I feel you.
So if it's once a quarter, just one weekend where I can get myself and get other creatives as well, get colorists, get grips, get people who can impart knowledge to, the next gen.
I feel you.
So I'm literally just trying to make sure that there's some more structure to it, so that, I can say, okay, you've come in, you've been here 2 months, you've gone through this process, here's your certificates to validate that you've been here. I mean, it's not like an actual course. You can't take it anywhere, but it'd be nice for people to be able to come in, get some training, and get on with their lives.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Victor. This has been really good.
Thanks,
if people want to reach you, how do they get to you?
I'm very, very, very hard to reach, but you can reach Grey Wolf on our social media. I mean,
I'll add it to the screen.
Yeah. Or you can reach me personally via my Instagram as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What's your Instagram account?
Woulker, WOULKER.
Okay. At Walker.
Yes,
that's
at Woulker. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
If I don't respond, please don't be annoyed.
Don't be annoyed.
Don't be annoyed.
All right.
Don't be annoyed.
Yeah, I've already tell you.
Just be patient. I will get back to you.
Yes, your turn will come.
Yeah.
I appreciate you a lot, man.
Thanks,
Thank you so much.
All right. Had a good time.
Guys, like, subscribe, share everything. He has shared very useful nuggets. Yeah. I think he has already painted very nice picture for what this looks like. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of determination, but it does pay off in the end, and he's living proof.
Yeah. So if you love it, do it. If you don't love it, don't
go and just go and get work in bank.
Don't come.
Go and do work in bank.
Yeah.
If be the ghetto out here,
bruh. If it will give you fulfillment, then come. Then come.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Victor. Really appreciate it.
All right, man.